What is up, YouTube? Welcome to Panpro Games, and here is my Omori review. Omori released on December 25th by Omocat on Steam, which is what I'm reviewing this on, and this game is very similar to Earthbound. If you have any experience of Earthbound or Mother 3, then you'll be at home with this type of game, and the vibe of this game as well. If you also enjoyed the vibe of Undertale and that game in general, it takes a lot of similar cues from that as well. So if you're a big fan of those, then just check out the game already. However, let me dive deep into the gameplay. The gameplay of Omori is very much like Earthbound. From the overworld, it's really your 2D retro RPG with 4 party members, tons of NPCs to talk to throughout the different worlds of this game. And your point is, you can level up, you can get more skills, you can do side quests to gain more skills or just more items. There's puzzles in the overworld, lots of funny interactions that occur in this game, and it really builds to the atmosphere of Omori, and I'm a big fan of that. Also, it really rewards exploring, not just because of like leveling up and getting skills, but there's a ton of secrets in this game, and there's a lot of secret boss fights as well. So definitely want to explore in Omori, and it promotes that as well. Big thing here is the gameplay, which what makes it special. As you've noticed, the gameplay that has the different character portraits, and they're very vibrant and detailed, adds a lot of atmosphere, and the portraits change based on your emotion. So you, the player, and the enemy have emotions, right? Happy, sad, and angry, and there's 3 levels to each emotion, right? And they'll get stronger in that emotion. As an example, happy increases your crit rate, but increases your miss rate. Sad increases your defense, lowers your attack, and whenever you get damage, you lose MP, which is tears. And when you're angry, you do more damage, but your defense is less, so you take more damage, right? So the game is always trying to make you use these emotions in unique ways to try to make you do as much damage as possible to the enemies, right? And enemies can also have emotions, and you want to sort of do a rock, paper, scissors system, like similar to like a Pokemon where like water beats grass, grass beats water and water beats fire. So very similar sort of thought process there to get used to. And it's very cool because you can tag your characters in the middle of combat. So if Omori doesn't attack, he can pass to another character on the screen, so like Aubrey, and they'll do a team up attack essentially, and it could do more damage, it could change characters' emotions, it could heal the party. So different characters will have different things that can interact with the group, which I think is really awesome, and it requires a lot of experimenting to find each one, because each character has a different one they can do with each person, and these level up 3 times throughout the story. So there's a lot of different gameplay elements to explore just through the combat alone. What makes Omori really special to me personally is the world that you play in is just so incredibly good looking with this art style, and the characters that inhabit this world are hilarious, and they do bring in some really interesting topics up to discussion in a very lighthearted way. But the deeper you dive into the story, the darker and darker the game actually gets. And this is considered a horror game as well on Steam. It's a psychological horror game that deals with plenty of serious topics like depression and suicide and loss. And it's super interesting to learn about these topics and sort of have a discussion with the game, you as the player, with these topics. And I think the game handles these topics really well, especially by the end. The last 3 hours of the game are incredible and 100% worth playing through the rest of the game just to get to. And I enjoyed my journey to this point as well through the wacky gameplay, the wacky characters you find. They're all very memorable, just like characters in Earthbound is very similar to that. So if you want some funny memes, hilarious jokes, you got that stuff. You got that lighthearted content as well. However, the story will grip you. It can be really emotional, and by the end of the game, I was tearing up just because how beautiful it was, well told to me. And your decisions do matter, and there are 2 different paths in this game, similar to Undertale. So it's sort of a good and bad path, and within those paths, there are multiple endings as well, based on some of your decisions. So there is a lot of replay value into Omori. I put in 20 hours, but I can easily see someone putting in 40 or even 50 hours if you wanted 100% experience with this game. Overall, Omori is just an incredible JRPG-like experience. Very unique. I have never played a game like this in the sense that it has the Earthbound funniness and gameplay, but the story in itself is so serious. It really reflected on me as a person, and I just hope more games do something like this. And for the price of $20, I would 100% recommend getting this game. I personally would give this game a 9 out of 10. I think it's absolutely amazing and it's very unique. I do hope OmoCat makes more games because their art style is so unique, and we just need more games with this unique art style as well. I'm just a big fan. So hopefully we get some more and more in the future. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.